One day, Sarah, Jack, and Ben, three experienced divers who loved exploring the depths of the ocean, decided to go on a dive to discover a hidden underwater cave rumored to be filled with treasure. As they descended into the water, they noticed something strange. The water was murky and there were no fish in sight. Suddenly, Sarah saw something moving in the distance. "Guys, do you see that?" she asked nervously. "What is it?" Jack replied, "It looks like a shark," Sarah said, her voice shaking. Just then, two more sharks appeared out of nowhere. The divers tried to swim away as fast as they could, but the sharks were too fast. "We need to stick together and find somewhere safe," Ben yelled over his shoulder. They swam towards a nearby rock formation and huddled behind it as the sharks circled around them menacingly. "I don't think we're going to make it out of this alive," Sarah said tearfully. "Don't say that," Jack replied firmly. "We have to keep fighting." The three divers found themselves trapped between the sharks and a wall of rocks. They tried to stay calm and avoid making any sudden movements that would attract the attention of the predators. "We can't stay here forever," Ben whispered urgently. "We need to come up with a plan." Just then, one of the sharks began circling closer and closer to their hiding spot. It seemed like it was getting ready for an attack. "We're going to have to fight," Jack said firmly. "Sarah, you take the left shark. Ben, you take the right one. I'll keep this one distracted." The three divers nodded in agreement and prepared themselves for what might be their final battle against these fierce predators lurking beneath the waves. As soon as they made their move, the sharks lunged towards them with incredible speed and force. Sarah kicked at her shark with all her might, trying to fend it off as it snapped its jaws dangerously close to her face. Ben swung his diving knife at his shark in desperation, hoping to land a crucial blow that would give him an advantage over his foe. Meanwhile, Jack did everything he could think of, waving his arms wildly in front of its face, kicking up sand from ocean floor, letting out loud yells that echoed through water, just distracting his own shark. But despite their best efforts, sharks were too strong and too determined, continuing relentless attacks on divers until finally they found themselves backed into a corner with nowhere else to go. "We're not going down without a fight," Sarah yelled, bravely charging her shark head-on. With no other option left, Ben and Jack followed suit. Together they formed united front against attackers. For what felt like hours, battled fiercely against each other, fists flying, knives slashing through water, until finally they emerged victorious. Sharks retreated back into deeper waters, leaving behind nothing but bloodied trails in their wake. Exhausted but alive, Sarah clung onto Ben's arm while Jack patted them both on back reassuringly. "Looks like we made it," he said with relief in his voice. From that day on, though, none of them ever wanted to go diving again without taking every precaution possible against encounters with these fierce predators lurking beneath waves. But despite everything that happened on that fateful dive trip, one thing remained certain. Nothing could ever stop them from seeking adventure in uncharted waters once again.